One of the big achievements for us in 2023 was knowing that we've created an engagement platform with regulators, such as the Financial Intelligence Centre Act. That was a great achievement, knowing that we have access and that we are able to discuss important matters with regulators. I would also say that having a seat at the table with others such as the CIPC, knowing that we've got access to discuss important issues, makes a huge difference. Some of the initiatives that we're most proud of for this year is being able to draft guidance with the Financial Intelligence Centre Act for the profession on the new amendments to the FIC legislation. As you know, we as a profession are also now regulated by the Centre. Certain of the services, at least, that we provide, and we are able to collaborate with the Centre on guidance. We had some very good engagement. Also on matters such as beneficial ownership, transparency, being able to discuss with the CIPC what the requirements are, and being able to galvanise and distill that into valuable guidance for the profession so that they are able to practically implement this in a meaningful way. So legislation and new regulation is always a challenge. I think everything we look at is a challenge. I think there was also a bit of change in the committee. We've had stability in the committee previously, but we had some change in the project directorship, and we are working through that, but I think it's a new thing. We've got a diverse committee. We are able to bring in new blood into the committee, and I think that's always a good thing, but also a challenge. So I'm happy and looking forward to the new DNA in the committee. The committee always looks at the public interest. I think that's very aligned with what SAICA stands for. It's important that we as a committee understand what is in the public interest, but what is also required from a legal perspective, and trying to balance that, and also to make sense of that for the profession so that the profession is also able to implement. So I think public interest is key, and also being able to debate with a public interest lens. We have not seen any real unexpected outcomes. What is always difficult is the timelines that we bound by. So we need to be cognizant that we need to be agile and be able to respond very proactively. So I think to be proactive is key in this committee, and also to understand that there may be unexpected outcomes as with any legislation. I think what is very key is that committees work together. What I've seen is that it's very possible to work collaboratively with other committees. There are some overlaps, and I think going into 2024, I look forward to also working with some of the other committees on overlaps in topics such as, for instance, the Companies Act. I know that there are huge impacts in the Audit Guidance Committee, for instance, so we need to work collaboratively, and I really look forward to that. Our top priorities is to move the debates on comprehensive or more collaborative regulation, implementation of the Financial Intelligence Centre Act as it applies in the profession, and then also understanding what's coming down the line. We need to be agile and being proactive in preempting what the legislators will be doing. SAICA has always been very supportive. I think what's important is the access that SAICA can provide to regulators, and being more collaborative with other regulators such as the IRBA, the CIPC, the Stock Exchange, and the like. The committee always strives for balanced legislation in the public interest, and we must always keep that in mind. That is key. We need to comply as a profession, and we also need to see to be compliant. So that is, as gatekeepers, a very important role that we play, and we'd like to convey that message also through our committee activities.